Hi, Wayne Purser here, getting back to y'all. I didn't make a June 2nd announcement. I was sharing with all of you back then that Becoming Wayne would have a special announcement. So today I'm going to talk to you about three things. Why I didn't have a special announcement. Number two is some current events, what's going on around me and my community here. And number three would be about doing the work. I got a book that I've been reading, and I'm aware of what it does, but also how you can look at life, whether it be your mind, your body, your business, or your relationships, and live life like a scientist. And it's okay to make mistakes and pick yourself up and move forward. So let's talk about those, and let's get after it. Welcome back. So you can see I'm here in the studio today. I'm just doing this on my phone very quickly. I'm going to be testing things and seeing how I can do videos on my phone, and everything is a process. So what I wanted to get to is number one thing was to talk about why I didn't have my announcement on June 2nd. Well, what happened during June 2nd was the week of being blackout. The unfortunate incident that happened with Mr. Floyd. Very sad thing. But it was more important for me to just sit back, let the nation, states, communities all come together and realize the importance of human life and what has gone on as the Black Lives Matter has taken upon itself to make change in this country and how we can all make change. And so with that, I've postponed it. And so what is my big announcement? Well, my big announcement was that I have, after 19 years, I've moved and changed real estate companies. Well, why did I do that? Well, it started all about 4 years ago. I was not happy what I was doing. The real estate market has changed in the times, everything going online. Buyers and sellers are more of, they want information. They want it now, but they're not loyal. And so I was being frustrated with not having loyal clientele. I did to a little bit, but not overall. And so with that, I didn't want to compete in that area, which was a mindset for me of how I stopped pursuing things in life. So with this COVID-19, I've been home for over 4 months, which has given me the opportunity to make a decision and a change. Change is, I didn't need a brick and mortar company. I don't need to go to the office every day because everything's online. We've been forced to be online with COVID-19. So quickly what has happened is I made a decision to move. I'm now with eXp Realty, and I'm still located in my home office here in downtown Edmonds. So I'm still servicing the same area, still have the same clientele. And I have announcements going out, and I'm letting people know more and more what I'm doing. I will be joining the Chamber of Commerce as an individual member and not in my past company. But it's changing times, and I'm going to change with it. Doing videos here is part of that process. So that's the new announcement. I have a new real estate company after 19 years. And I've come to realize there's only one thing I'm missing from walking into an office, and that's having the access of a color copier. I'll do fine with my black and white inkjet, and I know that I will be sending my documents or colored documents or anything I need to my good friend Lillian at the Branding Iron here in downtown Edmonds, and she'll do a wonderful job, and I know I'll enjoy it. So that's the big announcement. Big change after 19 years. I'm still alive, still working, still excited, and I have a lot more life in me to help buyers buy and sellers sell, and getting buyers into the home of their dreams is what I enjoy doing. So let's go on to item number two. So I'm giving you a little bit of view more of the studio that's here. Item number two is more of what's happening in the country and how we're adapting and dealing with what's going on. change. Change is hard on everybody. And when you don't have significant amount of change going on, when incidents happen, there will be major disruption. And that's what we've been seeing here, is major disruption. So a little bit of me being white, me living in a white community, me being on a couple nonprofits here in this community, which is significantly white organizations in the arts. How do we make a change? What do we do? How do we change our day? And how are we more aware of what's going on? And I just want to share a little story for me of growing up in high school. There was forced busing in Seattle, and dealing with that issues. We did have some riots when I was in high school, and it was not a pleasant place to be, and how to deal with those in the early to mid 70s. So it was right after the civil rights movement in the 60s, hippies going to Woodstock in 69, and then the 70s. So what I can say is for me times are changing. Now, as I look back at what has changed in my lifetime, we've come a long way. But I'm going to tell you, we haven't come far enough, and we need to continue to go. But I'm going to share this story that with my uncle 5 years ago at the age of 84, said some derogatory remarks. And I called him on it quickly. I called him on it and told him he was out of line, and that was unacceptable, and not to talk that way in front of me again. He laughed and chuckled. He says, "Oh, what are you going to do to me? I'm 84. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's change. His generation is dying off. But I'm going to tell you is that it's unacceptable to me. So for me, it has changed. And that's a step of anybody that talks to me about race, color, gender, totally unacceptable, because each and every one of us are human beings and deserve the right and to be themselves, and not have anybody judging them for their gender or the color of their skin. So I know I'm changing. I will continue that path, and I know I have a lot more to learn. So let's go on to the third topic for today. So in part 3 of today, Becoming Wayne, I want to talk about the book Do the Work with Pressfield. Is the author, and he talks about at the beginning of the book is about do the work. It's the title of the book, but he talks about what stops us from doing the work, which is resistance, negative talk, self-doubt, procrastination, addiction, distraction, ego, narcissism, and even self-loathing and perfectionism, along with rational thought, and then friends and family that stop us from doing the work and things that we want to accomplish in life. So basically what's been happening with me over the last couple of years, but I'm going to say 9 months ago, I started working out, starting to do a 100-day burpee challenge, and 100 burpees a day. It was pretty profound that I was able to do that. I never exercised like that. I've never exercised for 28 days. It was a 30-day challenge. Never did that 30 days, do 100 burpees a day. Now, the challenge was how do I fit in 100 burpees a day into my life when I've never done it before? So 6 days a week, you could do 100 burpees in the challenge any time during the day. If you wanted to do 100 consecutively, you could do that. Me, I broke it up into segments of 10 and to chip away each day. But then on every Monday, we had a time trial. And my first time trial, as I was doing the work, was 26 minutes, almost 27 minutes. And that's all I could do is just do my burpees, take a drink of water or whatever, but I wasn't able to go do anything else. It was just 0 to 100 burpees. And what happens with doing the work is over time, 1% better each day. It was amazing how the fourth time trial I was able to do it in 16 minutes. I was almost under 16 minutes because of the continual work, because of not allowing myself procrastination or resistance. I had no choice. I committed to doing it for myself, but also for the 20 some odd plus people that had committed to the challenge. So that's in chapter 1. I see we're starting to have a barbecue, so I'm getting smoked out here. But that's what I wanted to talk today, was do the work and just keep moving forward. If you're doing the work and it's wrong or you struggle with it, that's okay. Pick it up tomorrow. And we'll have more about this book later on. So thank you for tuning in for episode 3 of Becoming Wayne. And we'll check in with you soon.